Just broke my window out when the door caught in the wind. God damn, it's hot. So we're gonna do a voltage drop test. I was doing it all wrong. I mean, like, what we were taught, we were not taught much. I'm gonna admit that with the automotive electrical, and I don't even think I really learned anything. I was bragging about that in the other video. Now we're just gonna test our system voltage. Okay, this is how I used to do it, and I thought I was doing something when I absolutely didn't. Yes, I did ohm check these wires, or check the resistance. The ground reads like nothing. 0.00. The positive. Oh wow, my battery's like discharged. Okay. So there's a couple things going on with this thing. That's an issue right there. The alternator's not going to charge well when the thing is that low. Could just have a surface charge on this thing. Maybe this battery's going dead. Alright, so that's another thing. What I used to do, was popped off by the way. I could just go right to the ground. You can check voltage, bam, you know, like you can't even see it, like, you know, like ground. And then just like put your power lead on your alternator. And then like it won't really be accurate. And hit the sirens out here, man. This place is like war zone. And then like bam, what do we got here? 12.3. Okay. Not gonna fly though. Not a valid test. Another thing I can test back here, we got this power post. I don't think that kid's truck has it. At 95, I think they got rid of it. I don't think his has this. It's still throttle body. Well, it was. This pops off, by the way, if you hit this thing just right. You can take that off. And there's a whole sling of wires, and that's your main port right there. You can also check what's going on with that one. So let's go start this thing up because the system has to be an operational whatever standard. We'll put this here in case I close the hood and break my windshield some more. Another thing, correct windshield. Woo! And do a voltage drop test, which is very simple. Basically, you're just going from positive to positive, or you can check the ground side by going negative to just bam, ground. And you can check the how much drop you have in your wires. I was doing it all wrong. So interesting. But yeah, that battery is low. It's really just get another battery from Costco. It's under warranty. Okay. They're running lean. We're just gonna turn the air off. It's not running bad today. Running pretty good actually. Idling nice. Okay, we shall begin if you're here, man. We're going to start checking stuff like this. Whoa, popped off. Hold on. Okay, that's our drop between the alternator. Not terrible. They say a half a volt. Not a half a volt. Check our next point. It's like it's squealing again. You hear that shit? The brushes. The brushes. Let's check over here. It's still connected. Not the same. It's starting to run like shit again. You hear that? Turns out good, and then it starts going blah 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 blah. Check our ground, dude. Ground's like pretty damn good. Again, it's just negative because I have the leads reversed. Do a case of alternator, same shit. Same. Alright, I think the wiring is okay. That's my thought about that. Whoa! I could check the starter wire too, but it's pointless. load it up. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, you heard that? I can't keep up with all the shit. It doesn't keep up for that 1 second. Once the alternator heats up though, that voltage goes down even more. That is the deal. Another thing I was thinking, I got this stupid ass relay thing. I was thinking that might F with the lights. I don't think it does though. This runs off there to a relay and it's tapped in, so you power the high beams when the low beams are off. Whatever. I'm gonna charge this battery though. I'm not seeing anything inherently wrong with this. I still might check I might turn this thing off. Sorry, got the John Force GMC over here. Top fuel dragster. But let me turn this off like you just did. And another thing, I have this adapter kit. I got it somewhere over here. I think it goes on this side. I think that's the feed. I forget it. It might be marked on these things. And you could put you move this nut over here, and then you could put a fuel tap right there and check the pressure. So I'm thinking maybe that spring is gone. I really want to get rid of this shit too. This K&N shit. I might just buy a big like bowl that goes in it and put the stock one back. I hate this thing. I really do. Another thing I noticed too that no one really picks up on, they start screwing with they knock this plug out and they start screwing with that adjustment screw. This will actually wear over time from this disc. It's popping back. Mine is actually showing signs of wear from all the traffic it's just been through over the years. Just on and off, on and off, on and off. So that's another thing. Grease that if you can, so it doesn't get any worse. Alright, so I think that proves that our shitty cables are in decent enough shape to supply voltage. That's the surface charge. We should really charge this battery. What was I going to do again? I don't know. I guess wouldn't a voltage drop also tell you if like you have something running that shouldn't be running? Like let's say like you went to here on the alternator. Let's say the alternator was kind of like operating, or the device is operating. Wouldn't that show voltage when it shouldn't? Like leaking voltage. I'm just thinking about this now. It might not. I'm not a freaking pro at this shit. Never claimed to be. Only air conditioning, right? That's funny shit. Another thing with a vacuum leak. These things will leak too. Your map sensors. I didn't even know that. I have a vacuum pump coming, but they can leak internally, and you won't even really know it. And you can get a vacuum leak that way, which is pretty strange. I didn't even think that was possible, but it is. So that's that. All that crap looks good over there. That's the original fuel pump relay. Probably made in America. Oh man, America. So people say, oh, get a new vehicle. Why? All the parts are made in China, man. It's worse than this thing. Fix what you got. I think this alternator, though, is shitty. It produces voltage, but who knows what the hell it's producing for amps. Maybe it's not producing enough amps. And when it gets hot, which is like 95 right now, it's horrible. Shithole. It's worse. It exacerbates the situation. I think my AC needs a charge too. One of these valves might be leaking again. My machine breaks the valves. That one's dry. Maybe not. The case seal does leak a little bit around here, I believe. You get a special tool and you pry it apart and you can change the two seals. Better off fixing what you have than buying a new one. Alright, let's charge this battery up. Maybe it'll help a little bit. And our fuel trims. Oh, look at that. A freaking PCV valve's popping out right there. Maybe that's a cause of our lean condition. Seriously. Seriously, that could have been, I don't know. That would have done it. Wow. Not checking over. So I might have knocked that yesterday when I took the negative cable out. I have the grounds in the wrong spot too and everything. I think I used to have a post over here maybe, and I don't anymore. I forget. Or I moved something around. It didn't mesh well with this Edelbrock intake manifold when I changed it. I had to like use some brackets that weren't originally like that. I forget. But yeah. At least we proved that's okay. It's starting to leak again. Oil, look at that. In the front. It's been on there for a couple of years. Maybe that's the telltale sign that next I'm gonna have oil leaking again out of it. And I'm gonna have to refill it. And then it's LT1 cam time. Seriously. Taking it apart again, it's probably gonna need a camshaft. If I can find one. Roller. So that is that. Our favorite words of the day. And it seems to be okay. So, alternator. Tuesday, we'll see what happens. Oh, this was loose too. I was also thinking, well, check valve. That's not very old. But you still see, if I pull it out, you'll hear it. So it holds vacuum. But this was loose too. These clamps go into it. But this can also cause a major vacuum leak when you're on the brake if it's leaking internally. I just thought about that, thinking, I have all these ideas in my head, but then I forget and I remember again. So yeah, maybe we'll replace this. I'll put a boot back on. Yeah, I was thinking, what? I don't think that's the problem with this relay, the painless kit. I don't think so. Unless that relay was like sticking, I don't see how it could even create an issue with the lights being on and creating more of a load. Alright. Voltage drop. This is fun. Let's try it on another car under the hot sun. And I'll just add to this, like, sometimes this stuff kind of annoys me, like a torque converter and all that. But then I say it's an opportunity to learn something, and some people don't see that with older vehicles. It's always an opportunity to better yourself when there's a challenge. And sure, I go nuts just because I live in this place. I don't have a freaking big old driveway like I used to. I don't have shade. I don't have any specialized equipment or people I can call up that I know that have stuff. It's all gone. That's why I bought an AC machine, by the way, because, I didn't have anyone to service my air conditioning, so... It's hot today, man. I'm looking at this thing. I was gonna sell it 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, no. Okay. But yeah, it's always an opportunity to better yourself when you have a problem. So don't, like I say, you know who said this too? Dale Earnhardt. Didn't even know. It's said in a different way, but don't let the bad times ruin good times. So when you're having an issue, don't let it get to you, because you'll figure it out. That's all I'm saying. We'll get it right. Like the freaking transmission, I was reading up about that. It could a solenoid. Now they're bitching to me about the dishwasher. Now I get another thing to fix around here. This is getting out of control. Yeah, don't let the bad times ruin the good times. Simple as that. And don't give up on things. You see these things in the junkyard. Someone just gave up, or the mechanic sucked. There's a way to fix stuff. It just takes time. A little bit of thinking too. Sometimes it's best just to walk away with it, have another vehicle, and yeah, it'll work out. Alright, I'll fix it. Hopefully that new alternator does something, and then we get that, we can get our transmission fixed and take it on a ride. And then tires for this thing. Look at that, the paint came off. Oh well. It's like a taxi cab now. Not perfect.